What's up, ladies and gentlemen? On today's technique tip video, we're going to talk about the 3-point dumbbell row and a couple different twists and turns you can do to spice things up, make it a little bit easier, make it a little bit harder, all that fun jazz. So 3-point dumbbell row, basically in a nutshell, what we're looking for is feet shoulder width apart, knees slightly bent, one hand on the bench, and then we're going to be pulling up pulling the elbow right by the hip. So we're here, just like this, arm all the way down, and then come up, elbow right by the hip. So a couple things to think about, the mistakes that we want to avoid. Two things in particular. One, we don't want to be pulling back as far as we can to where the dumbbell is almost like we're trying to put it behind the back. We don't want to do that because that's actually not good on this ball and socket joint right here. Not good for the shoulder, so we don't want to do that. The other common mistake we see is where people are really turning a ton and they're not really controlling the weight. They're using a lot of momentum. It's also not great for the low back. Just don't do it. So to prevent that rotation, that's one of the reasons why I talk about setting the feet up a little bit wider. A lot of people traditionally will do this in more of a staggered stance with this foot back. And while it's not necessarily bad, oftentimes that will lead to more rotation, and we're trying to get away from that. So again, put the feet a little bit wider. Even if they're staggered, that's okay. But again, we generally teach you to feet about shoulder width apart, knees bent, nice, almost like a squat or athletic stance right here, pulling the elbow right by the side. If you want to spice things up, make it more challenging, you could come down to the elbow. That's going to incorporate a little bit more core stability demands. And again, make it a little bit more challenging. Probably have to reduce the weight a little bit, but again, still super effective upper body exercise. Give it a shot. Let us know if you have any questions.